What is Purim? Purim is the strangest and most upside-down day on the Jewish calendar. It's a day that we dress up in costumes. We read a scroll called the Scroll of Esther about a story that supposedly happened in Persia with heroes and villains, and we eat strange food. It's a really fun day. My name is Menachem Creditor. I'm a rabbi, and I'm the scholar in residence at UJA-Federation of New York. The origin story of Purim is actually within the Hebrew Bible. It's an entire scroll to itself about during the kingdom of King Achashverosh, try that one on, that's a name no one, not even I, get out easily, ruled over the entire world, as it were. And in that kingdom there was a people, and that people were the Jews. And the Jews were distinct enough that they stood out to the king's advisor, who did not like when they wouldn't, through the personage of their one recognized leader, Mordechai, another hard one to pronounce, wouldn't bow down. Haman, and every time you say this guy's name, we're supposed to boo him. It's terrible. When he saw that Mordechai wouldn't bow, he told the king that there was a people that was not like everybody else. They have their own ways of doing things, they don't speak the language, and they should be persecuted and killed. And this foolish king gives permission. And the story is very intricate and very strange, but basically, Haman's threat against the Jews is encoded in law. And then there's a beauty pageant. And a woman named Esther, who happens to be Mordechai's cousin or niece, wins the beauty pageant but doesn't tell anyone that she's a Jew. So she becomes a hidden Jew and the queen. And as the threat unfolds against the Jewish people, she learns of it, she conspires in a very strange way, inviting the foolish king and the bad guy to a feast twice, and then reveals that her people is under threat. The king says, "How can I save you? Until half the kingdom, what can I give you?" She said, "It's the bad guy." And you hear the music in the back go, dun dun dun. And then Haman is hung on the same gallows that he had planned for Mordechai the Jew. And Mordechai and Esther become the heroes of the story, and they send the message everywhere. The way that we remember what Purim calls us to do is actually a very, very interesting phrase in the scroll. It says nafochu. It is a day literally of flipping it upside down. Purim's observances take many forms. One of them is reading the Scroll of Esther, reading the Megillah, which has its own special melody. We dress up in costumes. We give each other gifts of food, of nourishment, similar to actually what happens in the story itself, and we give matanot le'evyonim. We find a person in need and we give them something. There is this one food called hamantashen, which are a triangular cookie, sometimes filled with poppy seed and prune. That's the way I grew up. But in Hebrew, they're called oznei Haman, which strangely means Haman's ears, as if he had triangular ears, like Spock. But it's also supposed to relate to Haman's hat, a three-cornered hat. We don't really know where the origin of this cookie is, but it becomes very expected. Bakeries, Jewish or not, know that around the time of Purim, somebody's going to buy this thing, and we enjoy them very much. We distribute them on Purim. Purim is actually designed to be exactly 1 month before the holiday of Passover. Purim is one of those holidays that doesn't really fly on the radar of almost anybody. Even most Jews don't know that there is a Purim. But if you know that it's Purim and you want to find a way to greet your Jewish friend, you could find hamantashen in a bakery and offer it as a gift. You could simply say, "Happy Purim." You might even surprise them because they might not know that it's Purim. And so you could say, "Did you know it's Purim?" Who knows?
This is Inside Edition Digital.